Let me ask you something. You go to bed at a reasonable hour. You sleep a full 7 or 8 hours. And yet, you wake up feeling exhausted, groggy, like you barely slept at all. If that sounds familiar, you are absolutely not alone. And here's the good news. It is not just in your head, and it's usually not solved by simply sleeping even more. The real reason is something most people never think about. So today I'm asking 3 questions. 1. How can you sleep enough hours and still wake up tired? 2. What are the hidden reasons stealing the quality of your sleep? And 3. The part you really want. What can you actually do to finally wake up refreshed? Now, one honest note up front. Most causes of this are everyday things you can improve, but sometimes waking up tired despite enough sleep can be a sign of a real medical issue worth checking with a doctor. And I'll tell you exactly when. This is awareness, not a diagnosis. Let's investigate. Here's the single most important idea, the one that changes everything. When it comes to feeling rested, the quality of your sleep matters just as much as the quantity. We obsess over the number of hours, but hours alone don't tell the full story. Here's why. Sleep isn't one flat, uniform state. Across the night, your brain moves through repeating cycles, passing through different stages: lighter sleep, deep sleep, and dreaming sleep, often called REM. Each stage does a different job. Deep sleep is when your body does much of its physical repair and restoration. Dreaming sleep helps with memory, learning, and emotional balance. To wake up truly refreshed, you need enough of these deeper, restorative stages, flowing in healthy cycles, undisturbed. So here's the crucial point. You can spend 8 full hours in bed, but if your sleep is fragmented, shallow, or constantly interrupted, you may be getting very little of that deep, restorative sleep, and you'll wake up feeling like you never really rested. The hours were there, the quality wasn't. So what robs you of that quality? Let's go through the culprits. The first cause is fragmented sleep. Sleep that's broken up by lots of tiny awakenings you may not even remember. Throughout the night, you might briefly wake dozens of times without realizing it, each one nudging you out of those precious deep stages. By morning, you've technically been asleep for hours, but it was choppy and shallow, so you feel unrefreshed. Closely related is something called sleep inertia, that heavy, groggy feeling when your alarm drags you out of a deep stage at the wrong moment. If your alarm goes off in the middle of deep sleep rather than during a lighter phase, you can feel far worse than the hours would suggest. And one big driver of both problems is an irregular sleep schedule. When you go to bed and wake up at wildly different times each day, your body's internal clock gets confused, making your sleep cycles less organized and less restorative. So a major key to waking up refreshed, which we'll come back to, is simply keeping your sleep and wake times consistent. Now to the evening habits that quietly wreck deep sleep. The second cause is the way you spend your evenings, because several common habits quietly sabotage your deep sleep. First, screens and bright light at night. The bright blue-toned light from phones, tablets, and TVs can trick your brain into thinking it's still daytime, making it harder to fall into deep, quality sleep. Second, caffeine. That afternoon or evening coffee, tea, or energy drink can linger in your system for many hours, keeping your sleep lighter even if you do fall asleep. Third, alcohol. This one surprises people because a drink can make you feel sleepy, but alcohol actually disrupts your sleep cycles later in the night, reducing the deep restorative stages, which is exactly why you can sleep after drinking and still wake up groggy. And fourth, heavy meals late at night, which keep your body busy digesting when it should be resting. The encouraging news is that all of these are within your control. Small evening adjustments, dimming screens, moving caffeine earlier, easing off late alcohol and heavy meals can dramatically improve how deeply you sleep. Now, your bedroom itself. The third cause is your bedroom environment, which has a bigger effect on sleep quality than most people realize. 3 things matter most: light, noise, and temperature. Even small amounts of light in your room, a street light through the curtains, a glowing standby light, the screen of a charging phone, can interfere with your brain's sleep signals and keep your sleep lighter. Noise is similar. Even sounds that don't fully wake you, like traffic or a snoring partner, can pull you out of deep stages again and again, fragmenting your sleep without your knowledge. And temperature is a big and underrated one. A room that's too warm can make it genuinely hard to reach and stay in deep sleep, because your body actually needs to cool down slightly to sleep well. So if your bedroom is bright, noisy, or too warm, you might be sleeping the right number of hours in completely the wrong conditions. The fix is wonderfully simple and within reach. Aim for a bedroom that's dark, quiet, and comfortably cool. It's one of the easiest, cheapest upgrades you can make to your sleep. Now to something happening inside your mind. The fourth cause is stress and a busy, racing mind. Even if you fall asleep, an anxious or overactive mind can keep your sleep shallow and restless. When you're stressed, your body tends to keep its stress hormone, cortisol, elevated when it should be winding down, putting you in a kind of low-level alert state even as you sleep. The result is lighter, more fragmented sleep with less of those deep, restorative stages. So you wake up tired even after a full night. You might also lie awake with your thoughts spinning, or wake in the early hours and struggle to drift off again. This is incredibly common, especially during stressful periods of life. The good news is that calming the mind before bed genuinely helps. Building a relaxing wind-down routine, stepping away from screens, dimming the lights, and doing something calming like gentle reading, quiet breathing, or relaxation signals to your body that it's safe to truly rest. If stress and worry are seriously affecting your sleep over a long time, that's also something a doctor or a mental health professional can genuinely help with. Now to one of the most important causes of all. The fifth cause is one of the most important because it's common, often undiagnosed, and genuinely affects your health. A sleep-breathing problem, the best known being sleep apnea. In sleep apnea, your breathing repeatedly pauses or becomes very shallow during the night, often without you ever knowing it's happening. Each time, your body briefly stirs to restart normal breathing, which can fragment your sleep dozens or even hundreds of times a night, robbing you of deep, restorative rest. The classic clue is exactly what we're talking about. Sleeping a full night, yet waking up exhausted, often along with loud snoring, gasping or choking sounds in sleep, a dry mouth or headache in the morning, and heavy daytime sleepiness. Often it's a bed partner who notices the snoring or the pauses in breathing. This matters a great deal because untreated sleep apnea isn't just about tiredness. Over time, it's linked to other health risks. The crucial point is this: sleep apnea is very treatable, but only once it's diagnosed. So if these signs sound familiar, please don't just accept the exhaustion. This is something to talk to your doctor about. Now to other hidden medical causes. The sixth cause covers other underlying health issues that can leave you tired despite enough sleep, the kind only a doctor can properly identify. Several conditions are well known for causing persistent fatigue. An underactive thyroid can leave you feeling tired, sluggish, and low on energy. Low iron levels or anemia can cause ongoing tiredness and weakness. Deficiencies in certain vitamins, such as vitamin D or B12, can do the same. Blood sugar problems can affect your energy too. Certain medications list drowsiness or disturbed sleep as side effects. And importantly, mental health conditions like depression very commonly involve fatigue and unrefreshing sleep, even when someone spends plenty of time in bed. The key message here is one of hope, not worry. Many of these causes are common and very treatable once they're found. That's exactly why persistent, unexplained tiredness is worth a conversation with your doctor, who can run simple checks to see what's really going on. You don't have to just push through endless exhaustion and assume it's normal. It often isn't, and help is available. So let's bring it together with what you can actually do. So here's the practical part: how to actually improve your sleep quality and wake up refreshed. These habits are often called good sleep hygiene, and they genuinely work. First, and most powerful, keep a consistent schedule. Go to bed and wake up at roughly the same time every day, even on weekends, so your body clock can settle into healthy, organized cycles. Second, build a calming wind-down routine in the last hour before bed. Dim the lights, step away from bright screens, and do something relaxing. Third, optimize your bedroom. Dark, quiet, and comfortably cool. Fourth, be smart with caffeine and alcohol. Keep caffeine to earlier in the day and go easy on alcohol close to bedtime. Fifth, get natural daylight during the day, especially in the morning, which helps set your body clock and improves nighttime sleep. Sixth, stay physically active during the day, since regular movement deepens sleep, just not too intensely right before bed. And seventh, give yourself enough wind-down time rather than going straight from a busy day to lights out. Small, consistent changes here can transform how you feel in the morning. But sometimes you also need a doctor. So when should you see a doctor about this? Please don't just accept constant exhaustion as normal, especially if good sleep habits don't fix it. See a doctor if your tiredness is persistent and unexplained, despite getting enough hours and trying to improve your sleep. If you or a partner notice loud snoring, gasping, choking, or pauses in your breathing during sleep, or you wake with a dry mouth, morning headaches, and heavy daytime sleepiness, these can be signs of sleep apnea, which is very treatable once diagnosed. If you also have symptoms like feeling cold, weight changes, hair changes, weakness, or paleness, which can point to things like thyroid issues or low iron. Or if your low energy comes with persistent low mood, loss of interest, or sadness, which deserves caring professional support. A doctor can run simple tests and help find the real cause, and very often it's something treatable. Remember, this video is awareness, not a diagnosis. Chronic tiredness is your body's way of telling you something, and you deserve to feel rested. Don't suffer in silence or assume it's just how you are. Now, the bigger picture. So there it is. If you sleep a full night and still wake up tired, the answer usually isn't sleep more, it's sleep better. The real key is the quality of your sleep, getting enough deep, undisturbed, restorative sleep in healthy cycles. And so many of the things that steal that quality, irregular schedules, late screens, caffeine and alcohol, a bright or warm bedroom, a stressed mind, are genuinely within your power to improve. Start with the basics: a consistent sleep schedule, a calming wind down, and a dark, quiet, cool room. Give it a couple of weeks of consistency, and you may be amazed at the difference. But if you've truly cleaned up your sleep habits and still wake exhausted, especially with snoring, gasping, or other symptoms, please see your doctor because the cause may be very treatable. You are not meant to drag through life half asleep. Feeling genuinely rested is something you can reclaim. If this helped you understand your own tiredness, share it with someone who's always exhausted no matter how long they sleep. It might change their mornings. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.